Hello. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to receive updates when we upload new videos. The 2021 Toyota RAV4 Prime is primed and ready for electrified traction. Buyers in the market for a solid compact crossover can select from 7 different trim levels of the Toyota RAV4 for 2020, ranging from the bare-bones Le model to the rugged TRD off-road. But the question of which one to buy has gotten tougher with the addition of the new RAV4 Prime, extremely versatile. This plug-in hybrid version in particular packs 302 horsepower, an impressive 42 miles of pure electric range, and a reasonable starting price of $38,100. The RAV4 Prime makes this already great crossover family even better. The RAV4 Prime and RAV4 Hybrid look similar on paper. Both cars have the same 2.5-litre 4-cylinder engine and 2 electric motors, one on the front axle and another on the rear. But the Prime's 18.1 kWh lithium-ion battery pack is the big differentiator here, as it has way more capacity than the normal, non-plug-in hybrid's 1.6 kWh pack. All told, total system output jumps from 219 horsepower in the hybrid model to a hearty 302 horsepower here. And the RAV4 Prime is genuinely quick, shockingly so. Even the lightest poke of the RAV4 Prime's gas pedal yields instant torque from the 2 electric motors, with the engine providing a nice additional kick quickly thereafter. Foot flat to the floor with the Sport and HV hybrid vehicle drive modes ticked. It takes just 5.7 seconds for the electrified SUV to hit 60 miles per hour. The RAV4 Prime is actually the second quickest Toyota behind the Supra, 3.9 seconds, believe it or not. If you want to do that same sprint on battery alone, which isn't as fun, click the EV electric vehicle drive mode, gun it, and the RAV gets to 60 in a less impressive 9.2 seconds. The RAV4 Prime does have a big battery, though, so when combined with the same weighty 2.5-litre gas engine as the RAV4 Hybrid, it makes the vehicle much heavier. The Prime Shea we tested weighs 4,235 pounds, while the more loaded XSE model weighs in at 4,300 pounds. Comparatively, the front-wheel drive Ford Escape plug-in hybrid weighs just 3,885 pounds. At least that extra heft has little effect on the vehicle's handling. The Prime feels very much like a normal RAV in the turns, which is to say it's fine. There's still some body movement and the ride is harsher than we'd like, but the steering is well weighted and the suspension reacts nicely to tighter turns. Toyota does note minor tuning to the steering and suspension in order to cope with that extra weight, but it's hard to tell. While the RAV4 Prime's abilities in a straight line are certainly impressive, that's only a small part of what makes this plug-in so appealing. Not only does the big battery pack add more oomph, but it also provides an electric driving range of 42 miles at speeds of up to 84 miles per hour. Combined with the gas engine, the RAV4 Prime gets 90 mpg and an impressive 600 miles of total driving range. Comparatively, the front-drive-only Escape plug-in hybrid gets 100 mpg but only 37 miles of pure electric range. For the most part, driving the RAV4 Prime in EV mode feels like, well, driving a normal EV. Power delivery is smooth and the ride is supremely quiet, with only minor wind and tire noise audible from inside. But 2 new drive modes near the shifter are the secret to unleashing the Prime's powertrain. Like the traditional RAV, the Prime has 4 standard drive modes: Eco, Normal, Sport, and Trail. But a new Auto HV EV button cycles through hybrid and electric modes automatically, depending on how you drive, while the HV/VE charge hold button lets the driver manually select between electric or hybrid. Press and hold that same button while stationary, and it tells the gas engine to charge the battery. And even in auto mode, the transition between gas and electric is totally seamless. The gas engine is smooth and quiet when it kicks on. Half the time, we can't even tell whether the gas engine is running or not. Thankfully, the 7.0-inch digital instrument cluster tells us exactly what drive mode we're in by displaying either an EV or HV graphic in bright green, and it provides other readouts for things like battery range, total range, and average mpg. When those 42 miles of electric driving run out, the RAV4 Prime has 3 different charging options. You can plug the standard 3.3 kilowatt charger into a normal 120 volt outlet, like any found in your home, and it takes about 12 hours to fully charge the battery fully. Using that same 3.3 kW charger with a more powerful 240 volt outlet brings the total charging time down to just 4.5 hours. But if you want to reduce your charging time even further, the RAV4 Prime XSE has an optional 6.6 kW charger. That charger is part of the $3,765 premium package, and at 240 volts, it brings the overall charging time down to just 2.5 hours. But our Shea tester didn't carry that more powerful charging option. So we instead headed to the nearest 6.6 kW charge point charging station to plug in for a part of the afternoon. At a rate of about 79 cents per kilowatt hour, we left the RAV plugged in for a little under 2 hours. Upon returning, we saw 13 miles of additional electric range, and it cost us just $2.57, not including the $3 it cost to park in the garage. And those extra 13 miles may not sound like much, but on top of the 10 or so that we already had, we managed to drive from downtown Miami to South Beach and back exclusively on battery power. If you do decide on all of these options, the RAV4 Prime gets pricey quickly. The base Shea model starts at $38,100, but our tester cost $39,765 before destination and handling fees. The Prime XSE starts at $41,425, meanwhile, but costs more than $47,000 with every option ticked. The good news, though, is that the RAV4 Prime does qualify for a full $7,500 federal tax credit, so you could theoretically walk away with one for much cheaper. And assuming you do qualify for said tax credit, there's no reason you shouldn't buy a RAV4 Prime. But hurry, Toyota says it will only build about 5,000 examples of the RAV4 Prime in the first year of production. You can't go wrong with any RAV4, really, it's a very solid crossover all around. But the Toyota RAV4 Prime is unquestionably the best of the bunch. It's the most powerful, offers the most range, charges relatively quickly, and, even in the base Shea trim, still has a lot of features, not to mention it's just very nice to drive. The RAV4 Prime is the definitely one to get.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Subscribe to Auto TV.